So I didn't make a video yesterday because I didn't really have a chance because I went to orchestra and then when I got home I was kind of busy. Anyway, so hi, I went to McBusted on Wednesday. It was really fun. I was queuing for a very long time and my feet were killing me by the end of it. But I did have a very fun time. I got to see the band that I never got to see when I was younger and it was awesome. I even enjoyed the McFly stuff. I mean, like, McFly are a good band. I was actually really surprised about how many of the McFly songs I actually knew. I'd listened to them a few times because I looked up the set list. Of the vast majority of them, I found that I knew all of the words. Like, I knew all of the words to Five Colours in Their Hair, apparently, and also It's All About You and Obviously. Songs I apparently know all of the words to. There are a couple of McFly songs I had absolutely no idea though, but I knew all the Busted songs. When they played Thunderbirds, I kind of freaked out. I'm sure Bronwyn can vouch for this. I was like, it was heaven for me. Thunderbirds. Such a good song. The opening acts I want to talk about. There were 3 opening acts. As a result, McBusted didn't come on stage until 9 o'clock. Doors open at 6:30. And there were 3 opening acts. The first opening act was quite good. I enjoyed them. They were a good band. I may check them out. There are 2 free tracks available on their website. So, you know, free music. Then the second band I also enjoyed. I think I remember their names. I think that was E of E, the second band. And they were quite good. I enjoyed them. What they did was very clever. They didn't open with one of their own songs. Because being an opening act, you know that the people in the audience aren't there to see you. They're not. If you open with one of your songs, everybody's not going to be like, yeah, because they don't know it. So what they did, very cleverly, on the night that I went, apparently it was a different song the night before. The night that I went, they opened with Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, and the place erupted. I was singing along. I was having, that was the first fun I had. I think I shot my voice though at the start of at the start of the gig, just screaming the chorus of Smells Like Teen Spirit. So that was fun. And then the third band, I want to talk to you about the third band. The third band, 1, had the worst band name ever, and 2, I'm not sure if they were allowed to come to this country without a permission slip from their mummy and daddy. The band's name was 3 Dudes. Yeah, and it does sound like a kind of band name 12-year-olds would come up with. Mainly because I think they were 12-year-olds. They were really young kids up on stage. Like, they were okay. The songs were a bit superficial. Like, this song's about the best party ever! What was that? Your 11th birthday party? Did you have a clown? You know, and like, Cardiff girls are hot. They're all twice your age. It was kind of embarrassing seeing them, but you know, they were good. I can see how they can get better. Change your band name, mates. Change your band name. The bassist, the lead singer, looked like Julian Assange, so I'm surprised they even let him into the country. I would have thought they'd arrest him on the spot and then go, oh man, this is a 4-year-old. They're getting younger every time I say it. They were really young, alright? They were really young. They were too young to be supporting a band like that. Like, I bet they had to go home before McBusted came on. Like, you know, they had the bedtime at 9 o'clock. Yeah, so I really enjoyed McBusted, and so did Bronwyn, as far as I'm aware. So we had a lot of fun, despite the pain in my feet. Next up on the agenda, I want to talk to you about Incongruent, Hank Green's new album that came out the same day that I saw McBusted, which was annoying because I didn't really get to listen to it on the day that it came out. So I listened to it a lot yesterday, and I listened to it a lot today, and it's a great album. It is really good. I think it's definitely the best Hank Green's put out. It's all very cohesive, which is, I think, what he originally said he wanted to do, like the punk rock polka thing. It worked. Because, like, I'm gonna use Hank Green's first album, So Jokes, as an example. That album had such a weird mix of stuff, because he had, like, you know, the songs he did for Brotherhood 2.0, just acoustic songs, but then some of them were studio recorded and some of them weren't, and like you got like the studio version of Asio Deathly Hallows and stuff, but then you've got just him, I'm pretty sure, recording on his laptop version of like Queen Ravelona the First. But with this album, it all feels like this works. It all feels like it's from the same album. It's recognisably from the same album. While Hank Green's other stuff just sounds like collections. I like the new versions of songs that he has like released before. I like the punk rock version of Asio Deathly Hallows with the little ska reggae bit at the end. That was really fun. I like the new version of My Favourite Pony. I quite like that. I love the fact that there's so much electric it's a very punky album, and I love that because I know Hank Green's a punk rock fan, and I think it's great that he's finally actually just recording an album in the style that he listens to, and that he's swearing in it, and you know, that he feels like he can do that because he's released an explicit and a clean version. I think that's great, and I think the whole band thing is fantastic. I do have a favourite from the album, and it's his song Marilyn Hanson. It's amazing. It's one of the less punky songs on the album. It's quite acoustic. He's got a sax solo in it. I'm pretty sure that's, I think it's Joe from Harry and the Potters doing that. Marilyn Hanson, I keep singing it to myself. I don't know the lyrics yet because I've not listened to it enough. I think Marilyn Hanson, when I listened to that, he released it on his Tumblr. I think when he released that, I immediately went and pre-ordered that album, and I'm glad I did. I'm going to be getting a signed copy in about a month because it takes that long for it to get to me from dotba.com, but oh well. Oh man, it's such a good song. Marilyn Hanson, I genuinely would be happy to listen to that on the radio. Like, I could see it being on the radio. It's a nice song. It's nice hearing things from Hank Green that I've not heard before as well. So like Marilyn Hanson, Fucking Love Science, that was amazing. Like, that's a great sounding song. His song, I'd Rather, I think it's called. I've not heard that before. He might have recorded it before, but I've not heard it before. And that's a really cool song. I like that. I also like the Perfect Strangers track. That's interesting. It's a nice anthem thing, a good show closer. And then, of course, you have the new version of Mother Pheasant Plucker. He's done that song before. I've seen him doing it in live shows. I don't think I've ever seen like a recorded version. And that song, oh wow. My life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant. I just sit and singing as I pluck mother pheasants. And the way he gets faster is amazing. It's really good. Now, speaking of getting fast, that's the one thing I don't like about the album, is a lot of the time the songs can feel a little bit rushed. I think this is really the most apparent on OJK Rolling, which I think personally could be benefited by slowing down a bit, because yeah, I know Hank Green can sing fast, but it doesn't mean he should. It's like that song Hank Green Isn't a Tenor. Yeah, you can speak fast, but don't. You don't need it. You have less chance of messing up live if you stop singing like that. And the fact that the song itself, I think, you know, could be appreciated more if it was just a little bit slower. But other than that, tip-top album, Hank Green. I look forward to your next one, and I hope it's just as good. Come to Britain, please, and do that tour thing you're doing with Perfect Strangers and Driftless Pony Club. I want to see Driftless Pony Club. They're a really good band too. And Harry and the Potters. I really want to go see Harry and the Potters. If you come to the UK, bring the Perfect Strangers with you. I want full band performance of Incongruent. I want the whole album. Just run it. And then, you know, do some full band versions of other songs, like Anglerfish would be good full band. What else would be good full band? Book 8, debatably. Oh, ulcerative colitis. That would be fantastic with a full band. Helen Hunt. I'd like to hear a punk rock version of Helen Hunt. That'd be interesting. Philly's Gage. You could do that full band. That'd be fun, because that's already sort of got a full band arrangement to it. And yeah, I just want to see that live. Like, I've seen Hank Green perform live. I saw him in Swindon. Posters there behind my screens on my desk. Ha! But I'd love to see him in the full band, because I just love the sound. The album itself is like heads and shoulders above the quality, the audio quality of all of his other albums, and that's why I love Incongruent so much. That and the songs on it are brilliant. You can go buy Incongruent, and if you can, go see McBusted. I suspect it's all sold out, but you know, beg, borrow, steal, I don't care. Go see them, they're really good. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll have time to film tomorrow as well. But I've got an exam on Tuesday. My first AS level exam. It's terrifying. I've finished my first year of sixth form, which is weird because I don't feel like I've been in sixth form for that long. And apparently I have. I've done like half of my sixth form course now. And these exams are coming up are really important because these are the ones that the universities look at. So that's terrifying. Anyway.